And good evening, everyone. Welcome to another exciting Saturday Night Wine Stream and another exciting episode of Drink with Rick. This is Drink with Rick episode number 114. How about that? And tonight we have a wine I think that will go pretty well with this episode, I hope. I've heard some good things about it. We'll see if it works out for this episode. We're going to try it and find out. We're going to try it. We're going to pair it with some foods. We're going to talk about stuff. This is an open chat tonight, so whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about. But I do have one thing that I do want to touch on that is kind of related to the show and how you'll be watching it in the future, or how you may be watching it in the future. So I want to share that with you tonight too. I'd like to get your thoughts on it as well. Of course, if you're watching for the first time or even for the 104th time, this is Drink with Rick. This is a stream of consciousness kind of show. I do have some show notes. They're right here next to me. I don't always follow them because the show isn't about me. It's somewhat about the wine, but this show is really about you and me getting together, us getting together on Saturday night, just having a great time, kicking back, relaxing with our favorite libation, whatever it may be, and just having a good time. Just having a good time. Just hanging out, okay? So you can watch the show live on Facebook. Our Facebook page is Drink with Rick. Also, watch it live on YouTube. YouTube is Drink with Rick. And on Twitch. Twitch is Drink with Rick 1, Drink with Rick and the number 1. And Twitter. Twitter is at Drink with Rick. Also, the podcast. The podcast goes out Monday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern. Monday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern time. If you can't watch the show live, you can't watch it later, you can listen to the show. You can listen to the podcast. I edit it minimally to make it more podcast friendly, so to speak. But you can watch it and subscribe to it. You can subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, your favorite Android device, Stitcher Radio, Blueberry.com, iHeartRadio, Deezer Radio, Amazon Music, podcastindex.org, and by email. If you go to the website, drinkwithrick.com, and click on the subscribe page and click on subscribe by email, just put in your email address and you'll get the latest episode of each show as soon as it comes out Monday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern. And no salesman will call. It's just to subscribe to the show. And you can opt out at any time. You can opt out at any time you want to. But why would you want to? I mean, because it's our show, right? This is our show. So I'm going to introduce the wine in just a moment, but let's get into the chats and find out who's in the chat. Facebook is a little quiet at the moment, as I expect at the very beginning every night, and YouTube a little bit quiet, and Twitch. Twitch is a little quiet tonight. My mods are kind of off tonight because they're out and about having a good time. It's Saturday night. Why would they be here with me? Saturday night. I hope you're here with me. They should be here later. They should be here anytime. Anyway, so let me check what else we have going on here. I guess it's kind of quiet out there. So let's go ahead and get to the wine, because I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet tonight. I'm going to try not to go over too long tonight. Of course, like I said before, you make the show. So if we get into a very interesting chat, or a number of chats, different topics, well, it might go long, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So anyway, this is the wine that we're trying tonight. This is what we're doing. This is called a La Posta. It's a Pizzella. This is a Malbec, 2019 Malbec, and it should be an interesting wine to drink. I've heard some good things about this wine. I picked up a bottle. I think I picked it up at Trader Joe's, and it was recommended to me. They said it was pretty good wine to drink. Of course, a lot of people selling you wine will tell you anything, right? Just get you to buy the bottle. But I found that the people at Trader Joe's seem to know their stuff. A lot of those people, they try their wines themselves, and it tells in their sales too. Wine selling very, very well. Other customers come in and rave about the wine. Then they take notes on that too. So, all right, here's the back of the wine. I'm going to read the back of it. This is the back, and it says, the Pizzella family invites you to journey westward into the Yucco Valley for a Sunday afternoon with them. There will be no agenda beyond the sun warming your skin and the air filling your lungs. You will sit at the family table, and with each passing moment, you will become more of a part of it, and it will remind you of important work to enjoy the simpler times. Created by fourth-generation vintner Laura Katina. And this is a 100% Malbec. This is 100% Malbec according to the label. It is 13.5 ABV, alcohol by volume, in this 750 milliliter bottle. And it's produced and bottled by Vista Flores in Mendoza. So this is an Argentina wine. This is a product of Argentina. It's an Argentina wine. Looking forward to trying this out tonight. Let me check the chat one more time before we start opening the wine. And let's see, it's still kind of quiet here. It's funny, the mods are off tonight, so everybody seems to be a little off tonight, right? Have enough of this, and I'll be a little off tonight, all right? Okay, let me show you what we have to pair it with tonight. I almost forgot about that. Camera 3 is up, and what we have to pair it with, we have some burger. We did it kind of simple tonight. I had a little bit of hamburger, and this is a red wine. It's a Malbec, should be okay with a burger. Some crackers to clear the palate. And I have the Bella Vitano Merlot. This is the cheese that we tried a couple of weeks ago. It has a Merlot on the end of it. That's not a wax. It's actually an edible part of the cheese, but it's a Merlot on the edge of this cheese there. And then we have the Trader Joe's creamy double cream Gouda, and we have this is the cheddar. This is the cheddar and parm cheese, and I think that was called the Unexpected, right? We tried that out last week. And it was unexpected because we had it with a wine last week that went really well with all of those cheeses. So I'm looking forward to trying this one again tonight, as well as all this food, because I have not had dinner yet. So, so we'll see how that goes. All right, so that's what we have going on. And I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and open the wine. I tell you, it's quite a night. Everybody's out and about. So I don't expect anybody to be hanging out with me tonight, really, because everybody's out having a good time. It's a beautiful, at least here in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's a beautiful Saturday night. Weather's perfect. It's just a good night to be out on the town. And with a lot of the COVID restrictions lifted in many areas, that's what people are out doing. They're not cooped up at home watching me. I don't have the captive audience tonight. But if you're here, I'm glad you're here. Please stick around and we'll have a lot of fun. Hey, it's more wine for you and me, right? More chat for you and me. Exactly. I think that's the way to look at it, right? So let's go ahead and open this bottle of wine. And I have, and I did remember my glass tonight, by the way. So I'm going to cut the foil here with the foil cutter. All right. Set that aside for a while. And then to open it, I have, this one's cork. So I need my trusty mechanical corkscrew given to me by my family during the holidays to replace another one that I had that actually broke on the show about a year or so ago. And this one seems to be working really well so far. So if it continues to do so. Well, the one that broke was, it was a used one anyway. We picked it up, my wife picked it up at an estate sale for $5. And it was kind of amazing that it got it through as many shows as it did. I don't remember, it was like 30, 40 of them until it started to give out. But this is the replacement, and it is a nice one, nice, easy one to work with, and hopefully it will last a long, long time. At least as long as we're continuing to do this show. Who knows how long that will be, right? All right, so I've got the wine open, and to pour it, I have my Veneto aerator from the Veneto Wine Lover set. Make sure it's on firmly so it doesn't fall in the bottle. There we go, and it fits nice and snug in there. Not like the last one. The mouth on the last one was a little bit wider, so it had a tendency to leak a little bit during the show. And to hold the wine, I have, again, by popular demand, my Galway genuine Irish crystal glass from Ireland, given to me by my employers at buy2airradios.com. All right, so let's pour a little bit of this wine into the glass. I'm thirsty, aren't you? I'm looking forward to this. Wow. It's a nice, deep color. Deep red. Looks pretty full-bodied to me from what I can tell from here. And I mean, I'm on this side of the light, so if it looks this dark, I mean, it looks as dark on camera, but it looks as dark on the other side. So, well, very full bodied. This could be a pretty bold wine. We'll find out. But I tell you what, let's let it open up for a few minutes, and while it's doing that, let's learn a little bit more about this wine. So I did a little digging on it, and I found out a few things. The La Posta, I think it's La Pasta. La Posta? I think it's La Posta, La Pasta. I don't know. La Posta Pizzella Family Vineyard, and this is their wine from it's Malbec, 100% Malbec from Mendoza, Argentina. And I love a good Argentinian wine, don't you? I mean, I know a lot of people who do. I've tried out a few Argentina wines from Argentina here, and we have not had a miss. See, I'm pointing behind me, but most of those bottles from the first couple of seasons are put away, long gone. I just left a few of them up there so we wouldn't clutter things up too much. But I did keep a lot of them around for a while. So I'm looking around on the website. I see that Total Wine has it, and the different prices on here, and it's listed on Vivino for $17 for this bottle of wine. I'll be honest, I picked this up at Trader Joe's, but I'll be honest here, I don't remember. I misplaced, because it's been sitting up here for a few weeks. If you noticed in previous episodes, you may have noticed it sitting down there somewhere. I've had it up for I've had it here for a few weeks, and in the meantime, I lost or misplaced. I guess I lost the receipt. So to be honest, I don't remember what I paid for it. I want to say that it was in the $14 to $15 range at Trader Joe's in Charlotte. That's what I want to say. Of course, I like to say a lot of things, but I don't know if any of them are true. So those, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know what I paid for this myself, but it's going for $17 a bottle. Vivino says the average online price from external shops. I looked at the Total Wine at in Charlotte, Promenade on Providence in Charlotte, North Carolina. They have it for $17.99, which is not too far off. Actually, they don't actually have it in the Promenade one. They said they have it in Greenville, South Carolina, and I guess it's at that price in Greenville, but they don't have this particular wine in Providence, the store in Promenade. So if you're in the Charlotte area, that's not where you're going to find it. I checked around in certain other places. I couldn't find pricing on it in some other places, but I've got one from wine.com, but I can't see what it is because there are chats in the way. And I can't seem to get rid of it for some reason. Anyway, let me see if I can refresh this page a little bit. That's just annoying. There are a little chat box pops up, and then there's an X there to close it out, but you can't close it out. It won't let you for some reason. After a certain period of time, I think it times out. It just sticks there. Okay, it says $18.99 is what they were saying at wine.com. $18.99. I'm going to close wine.com because it's pretty. I'm sorry, that's pretty worthless for me right now. That's the site is just not helping me much. Anyway, so that is what I found price-wise for the wine, and I think once again I paid $14 to $15 for it, but don't hold me to that. It might have been a little. It could have been around the $16, $17 mark, but I think on average that's where you're going to find it. We'll find out how good it tastes in just a moment. Let's check the chats one more time. Pretty quiet in the chats tonight. It's summer's here. Everybody's taking off for this summer. What can I say? Let's see on YouTube. It's okay. Well, if you do jump in the chat, jump in and say hi. Tell me how you're doing. Tell me what you're drinking. Tell me what you're not drinking. Tell me what you'd like to be drinking. And if I can afford to buy a bottle of it, I'll see if I can buy it and drink it too. We'll see. I've had wine recommendations, numerous wine recommendations. I have put some of them up here, in the back. I don't know why I keep pointing back there. I have tried them out, a few of these. Some of them I liked, some of them not so much. And so, as I said before, it's personal taste a lot. You'll have the experts, the sommeliers, the experts that will that tell you what wine is good and what wine is not. But what it all comes down to is even those experts, with their trained and sophisticated palates for wine, they have their preferences, their personal preferences, and one may not care for a wine that much, and another one might really love it, and another one might kind of say, it's okay, but another one after that might really enjoy it. So it's still a personal preference, and that's what wine is. That's a great thing about wine, is that you can enjoy it. You don't have to listen to the experts all the time and go by everything they say. If you like the wine, if that's the wine you prefer, maybe nobody else will like it, but if that's the wine you like, drink it. That's fine. There's no rule, there's no law out there, at least not yet, that says you have to like the wine that the sommeliers recommend, or that the wine snobs recommend, or that even I recommend. You don't have to. There's no rule about that. If you like it, drink it. If you don't drink it. It's okay. It's as simple as that. That's all there is to it. Okay, so this is the wine we're drinking. Once again, we're going to go ahead and taste it. Let me check the chat one more time. See what's going on in the chat. It's still quiet. I may be talking to myself all night tonight. I hope not, because this is not. I'm on the show, but this is not really my show. This is our show, right? And I have some things to talk about too. Plus some things to tell you, and to tell you how you can win a free bottle of wine. That should get everybody in here. How can you win a free bottle of wine, Rick? Well, I'll tell you towards the end of the show. Yeah. Well, you have to sit with me through some of this other stuff, and then I'll show you. I'll tell you how you can win a free bottle of wine, for real, for realsies. Okay, so let me get back to where I was. Okay, I'll tell you what, Vivino has this, gave it a 4.1 rating overall, over 5 stars. So this might not be too bad. Let's give it a little bit of a whiff. It smells like a Malbec. It smells like a Malbec. And it's very reminiscent. It smells a little bit like a Merlot too. Malbec. It's 100% Malbec. Okay, so it does smell a little earthy. It does have earthy smell to it, and a lot of dark fruit. A lot of dark fruit. Let's give it a taste. Okay, it's quite a bold wine. It's rather bold, which was not unexpected, unlike this cheese that we had last week, which was unexpected. But it is fairly bold. Now, some people like bold wines. Some people do not. If you do not like a bold wine, this is not the wine for you. But if you like a wine that's fairly bold, now it's not super bold. We've had wines that are a lot bolder than it, but it's pretty bold. This is not a light tasting wine. It's not a light bodied wine. So that's why it looked so dark. It's very full bodied. It's a fairly smooth wine to drink, though, from the taste I had. And I tell you what, the first thing that jumped out at me was the fact that it was bold. The second thing was I was getting some blackberry in here. Let's see what else, because I missed some of the other. Because I started talking, I missed some of the other. Let's see. It is earthy. It is earthy, and I'm getting a little leather in here too. Getting a little leather. It's blackberry, maybe some dark cherry. I'm getting a little mix of blackberry and dark cherry. Black cherry is what I'm saying. But it's also maybe a hint of chocolate in there. Let's see. Little chocolatey, This is a it's kind of earthy, oaky wine, but it's sweet on the palate. It's sweet on the tongue, but after it goes down, it's very very dry going down. It does have some tannin to it. It is somewhat tannic, uh, a little bit, and not too much. Just a little bit. And I said before it was a smooth tasting wine. It goes down smooth, but there are some tannin in the wine. Not too much, but some. So I don't know. I think it's a little medium tannins in the wines, in my opinion. There's some. I have to taste it again. Now let's see how it opens up. When it opens up in this bold, it tastes like there's some tannin in this wine too. It's, but it is quite a dry wine. So, yeah. It doesn't have a very long finish. It goes down. There is a finish to it, but it's not a very long finish. Very interesting wine. Very interesting wine. Kind of like it, but I think this is really this is a steak. This is definitely a steak and potatoes wine in my opinion. I think it's a steak and potatoes kind of wine. You need some. Definitely need some steak to go with this wine. Now, what I do have is some burger. Then I won't do it justice, but hey, it's better than nothing. I'd rather have a burger than no burger, right? So this is on camera 3. This is what we have. This is the hamburger. My lovely wife Chi put this plate together for me before the show, and then she drove off to go fetch the son and daughter who were out partying tonight, enjoying a night out. Okay, so this is the hamburger. And this is the wine, and we're going to try it with hamburger and the wine. I think she seasoned this a little bit. Not too much, seasoned a little bit. Should be good. Should be good. Good burger, actually. The smokiness of this wine really accentuates the smoky, grilled taste of the burger. It really accentuates it somewhat, which is not a surprise at all. And perfectly fine. I think it would go pretty well with a burger. Although, I would prefer to have this wine with not just a piece of burger, but an actual burger, like a full hamburger that has lettuce, pickled tomato, onion, mayo, the works on it. Guacamole. I like guacamole in a burger. I think this would be fine with all of that. Although I'm sure I would be feeling it in the morning, and we won't. We'll leave it at that. But that's what I have so far. And we're going to go try the rest of it. Let me go ahead and clear the palate a little bit. All right. And we'll try a little bit more of this. Before we do, let me check the chat. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Oh, and Tim's in the chat. Oh, wow. I'm surprised. Tim, it's great to see you. It's great to see you. I'm glad you're here in the chat, virtually watching. And Tim says, watching from Hawaii. Oh, my goodness. I'm watching from Hawaii. All right, hold on a second. Hold the phone. I got to toast Tim. Good friend of mine, Tim Bartlett, Tim and his family. Of course, I've talked about Tim quite a bit and his daughters, and all their accomplishments and things like that. And Tim and I worked for many, many years at WFL, Channel 35 in Orlando. And really cool guy. And he has accomplished quite a bit in his life, as well as his family has. We just toasted Sarah, I think, last week. And both his daughters are very accomplished. And Tim, wow, watching from Hawaii. Yeah, that's right. They're taking a trip to Hawaii, and I've been following the travel. Some beautiful photos, by the way, Tim. Some beautiful photos out there. Beautiful area too, so it's not hard to take good photos, but those are really nice photos. I'm sure you guys are having a great time. A little envious there. I can't really afford a trip to Hawaii right now because I'm doing this. But, one of these days, maybe make a trip to Hawaii somewhat. But here's to you, Tim. Here's to you and your family. I hope you're having a great time in Hawaii. Here's a toast to you and the family. And please stay safe, be safe, and have safe travels. Come back home safely and enjoy yourselves. Have a great time. It's great that you're here. Appreciate it. Here's to Tim Bartlett and his family. To Tim. I'm starting the toast a little early, folks, because it's a decent wine and I can. I haven't finished the pairing yet. Tim, you're welcome. You're always welcome, my friend. And Ron's in the chat. Ron, it's great to see you too. It's been a while. And oh wow, you're opening something. You've got an emoji, something there, a GIF. They say GIF or GIF. I used to say GIF. I understand that choosy mothers choose it, but a lot of people say it's GIF. There's always that debate going on, GIF or GIF. I like that. It's very cool. Ron has a GIF on the, he has an animation. Well, let's just call it that. He has an animation in the chat of someone shaking a bottle and a cork popping open. That's pretty cool, Ron. Hey, it's great to see you, by the way, my friend. It's been a long, long time. Glad to see you, and I'll toast you as well. Toast to Ron Gordon. And I like that. That's very cool animation, Ron. Very cool. Let's see if we got anything else going on Twitch. Let's see. Quite on Twitch tonight. So that's interesting. Usually it's Twitch that's really popping here, but that might, a lot of them come in later. And my wife Chi is in the chat. My lovely wife Chi. She says yellow and yellow right back. You must be back already with the youngins, so to speak, the siblings, the children, the kids. They're not children anymore. They're both fully grown. What can I say? And I acknowledge that. It's great to see you, my lovely wife Chi, who actually, by the way, prepared this for me. All right, so we have some birthdays to toast to, but I'll get to that. Let's finish this. Let's finish the pairing. I have on camera 3. What do we have next? What are we going to try next? Should we try the? Oh man, it's tough. Let's tell you what. Let's try the Bellavitano with the Merlot. This is that's what this is. I'm going to try the piece with the Merlot on it, and this is Merlot on the edge. We'll give that a try, and pair it up and see if it's everything is cracked up to be with the wine. Very good. I need a little more wine. Keep pouring, right? All right. Here we go. I like that. Very nice. I like this cheese anyway, but the fact that it has that Merlot on what do I call it? Crust? Do I call it the outer shell there? The fact that it has the Merlot on it, and it's Merlot with this Malbec, I think that works. I think that works very well. I like this cheese with the Malbec. It's actually very, very good. So let's clear the palate one more time. And we'll try it. Let's go back to camera 3 for a moment. We'll try it with the, this is the cheddar. This is the unexpected cheddar with Parm. And like I said, we tried it last week with the wine that we had last week, and it was unexpected. It was an unexpected delight, and I'm hoping that this will be the case tonight. Here we go. This is the unexpected cheddar with Parm. Once again, fill the, it is leaking here, isn't it? Yeah. All right. The Parm is very good, by the way. Oh, I like that very much. I like it very much. It's very good. Why was I whispering? I don't know. Doesn't matter. It was good. I like it. It was very, very good. I should try another piece of that. Let me try another piece. That was good. I enjoyed that. Get another piece of this cheese. My little tiny hors d'oeuvre fork. This is really good cheese, by the way. It's called Unexpected Cheddar with Parm, as in Parmesan in there. Oh, yeah, very good. I really do like that. And I whisper it again, huh? Well, I like it. All right, let me go ahead and clear the palate. I'm going to grab some cracker here. This cheese was had a strong taste to it. It's good. Clear the palate out a little bit. And then we'll try it with the Trader Joe's Double Cream Gouda from Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's Double Cream Gouda. We have never had a miss on this yet. I don't expect one tonight. Oh, I've got 2 pieces here. Here we go. Double the fun. And I need more wine. Oh boy. I'm going to go through this bottle quick. Let me see. Very good Gouda, by the way. As always. Creamy and makes it creamier. Now, once again, as I said, there's some medium tannin in the wine. I'm actually not getting the tannin as much as I did when I first opened the bottle. It seems to have opened up a little bit more. I'm not getting as much tannin in it. This wine is actually a little smoother than it was when I first opened the bottle, and I think it works very well, very, very well with the cheese. And this is what we're drinking. This is the La Posta Pizzella Malbec, 100% Malbec from Argentina. This is what we're drinking tonight. So I'm really liking this wine so far. I am. I like this wine, and it's a little bold for my taste, so to speak. But I think with a good burger, with a good fully stacked burger, and some of these cheeses and things like that, a cheeseburger. And I think I don't have any here, but I think with a Colby Jack cheese on the, or a good sharp cheddar cheese on the burger. Or maybe a medium. How about a medium cheese? Because some people don't like really, really sharp cheddar cheese. But a medium cheddar cheese on the burger or a Colby Jack. And pile on some lettuce, pickle, tomato. Well, you can leave the pickle off. It's okay. Lettuce, tomato, onion. You can leave the onion off too if you don't like onion. You're kind of shorting yourself there because I'm trying to think of everything I can put on a burger here. Lettuce, mayo. Got to have the mayo there. Unless you don't like mayo, then you can put ketchup. But I tell you what, I think that honestly, with the ketchup, well, yeah, it's tomatoes too. Hey, why not? What the hey? Put the tomatoes on. Put the ketchup on too. Maybe even some barbecue sauce. I think this would be all right if you even put a little bit of barbecue sauce in that burger. But I think rather than the barbecue sauce, this is how I would eat the burger: is with the burger, the cheese, maybe either a Colby Jack or a cheddar, medium cheddar cheese, and lettuce, mayonnaise, tomato, onion, and some guacamole. Guacamole. I love guacamole. And then a bottle of this wine, and I think you're all set. That's just my recommendation, but you don't have to have any of that. Yeah, I think this wine is I think it's a good steak and potato wine too. I think this will work well with a steak and potato. I don't have one to try it with tonight. I know, no steak tonight. But hey, it is what it is. Don't you hate that saying? It is what it is. It's so overdone. All right, so we got that out of the way. We've got the tasting done. I think it's worked pretty well with most everything that we tried it with. Let me check the chats one more time. And the chat is quiet on Twitch tonight. Unusual. We have folks watching. We have people watching on Twitch. Just no one in the chat. Please drop in the chat and tell me how you're doing. And also on YouTube. We've got people watching, but nobody in the chat. This is your show. Remember that, folks. And Tim and Chi And Ron, everybody watching on Facebook, thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Let's stick around because we've got some birthdays to toast. Ron, I think you know at least one. Oh, you know all three of these people. I think we're going to toast birthdays for. Let's go to toasting some birthdays, shall we? All right, we have to have the fireworks ready. Cue the fireworks. There we go. Fireworks cued, and let's go. Oh, I have to fill in the wine glass. Fill the wine glass. There we go. All right, and we're set for the birthdays. The first birthday I want to toast. Okay, maybe I'm a little biased here because I am a sibling. I am her brother. This is for my sister Gina. My sister Gina, who is next after me in the lineup. There were 6 of us kids. 6. I've told you stories about this before. I'm not going to bore you with them tonight. But I was the oldest, and then, well, I still am the oldest. And for how much longer, I don't know. But second in line is my sister Gina, and she is having her birthday. Gina's birthday is the 25th, May 25th. And I can't forget her birthday because after my birthday and her birthday, I know when her birthday is automatically. So I know that her birthday is the 25th of May. And Gina, as you know, is in the chat often. I don't know if she'll be in here tonight, but she watches often, and we're hoping to have her on the show sometime soon because she does know her wines. She is a wine aficionado. I wouldn't call her a wine snob by any sense of the word because my sister is not a snob. She's a very, very sweet person. She's always been, she's just, her personality is such, she's very nurturing, she's very sweet. She's just a really cool person to be around, cool person to talk to, and just a nice person to be with. And that's my sister Gina. And also my sister Penny, too. I'm not forgetting you, Penny. It's not your birthday today, but hey, I've got 2 very sweet sisters, very smart sisters. Gina has a degree in psychology, so she's very smart. I have to say she's much smarter than I am. So, in many, many ways. More ways than I can count. But anyway, my sister Gina, her birthday is on the 25th of May. This is to you, to Gina. Happy, happy birthday. And may you have many, many more. May you continue to have many, many more. Yeah, I threw the continue in there because I'm not going to say her age, but let me put it this way. She's second on the lineup for as far as the siblings are concerned, okay? So the way my wife, she puts it is she always says, just remember that no matter how old I get, you'll always be older than me. And that's very comforting, isn't it? So anyway, for my sister Gina. Okay, the next birthday on the list is for another good friend of mine who I haven't seen in years, by the way, but I grew up with him pretty much in our local church. I grew up with him and known him very well for a long time when we were kids. And we piled around together as kids, and his family and our family were good friends. And his dad actually was the choir director of our church, and my mother was in the choir. So we were over at their house often, but we were not always for choir practice, but we were over there often because we were friends, and we still are friends today. I haven't seen him in years, but this is to my good friend Ken. And Ken, your birthday is what is that? Oh, 5/28? Is that what it is? 5/28. Now, the reason I'm doing birthdays that far out in advance is because, well, I'll get to that later. But for now, just enjoy the fact that we're celebrating Ken's birthday today. This is for you, Ken. Happy, happy birthday, and may you have many, many, many more. Toast again. Happy birthday to Ken. My good friend Ken Japhet. Now we have one more birthday on the same day, as a matter of fact, on the 28th. One more birthday, and this is for my niece, my young niece, Amanda. Amanda, who is the youngest, I guess she's the youngest niece in the family, I think. Is she? No, she isn't, because Ben's younger than her. Yeah. my nephew Ben. She's my youngest niece, I think. Right? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, so here's to Amanda. Amanda, happy birthday. Coming up. I know it's not your birthday yet. It will be soon. But I want to give you a birthday toast now, if I can't do it later. Happy birthday to you, Amanda. And may you have many more. Many more. Here's to you, Amanda. To my niece, Amanda Stepp. And that kind of does it for the birthdays. But we do have an anniversary. We had an anniversary, and this is for, and I think their anniversary was on the 20th, I believe. Was it? It was on the 20th. That's right. And this is from my good friend Paul. Paul and Jennifer studied, they studied. This is wine kicking in already. Was it 13.5% alcohol? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know. Blame it on the wine, right? No, it's just me. It's all me and the wine later on. But where were we? Okay, Paul and Jennifer, they celebrated their wedding anniversary. Was it 16 years? Yeah, I think that was what it was. I'm trying to remember the actual number of years. I think it was 16. I'm going by memory only, Paul. So forgive me, Paul and Jennifer, if I've got the number of years incorrect. But for Paul is a fellow podcaster. He was, and I've talked about Paul before, Paul R.J. Muller, and he was a podcaster who I listened to his podcast very often. I really loved his podcast. He's no longer doing that. He hasn't done it for a while, but his website's still up. Anyway, Paul and Jennifer, they had their anniversary, I believe, on the 20th, and I want to say to Paul and Jennifer, happy anniversary. And may you have many more. And this is for Paul and Jennifer Muller. So I guess that does it for the birthdays and the anniversaries this week. And this is what we're drinking. Once again, we're drinking the La Posta Pizzella Malbec, 100% Malbec, and I love a good Malbec. And this is from Argentina, and I love wines from Argentina. And so far, I'm really liking this wine. And I think as I get farther down into the bottle, I'm going to like it that much more. You know? Yeah, I think I am. I'm starting to like it a lot. Okay, so all right, if anybody's still with me, there are a couple of things I want to talk about tonight, and I'm looking forward to whatever you want to talk about. Please tell me what you want to talk about in the chat. I do want to give a slight update to, am I done with this? Okay, I'm following my show notes somewhat here. There we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're up to that point now. Okay, so one thing before I get to my topic of discussion tonight is that I'm wanting to do a little bit of a follow-up on something I mentioned last week, which was about cryptocurrency. And as you know, cryptocurrencies, they've been in the news a lot. They've been in the news for a number of years. Now, I have pretty much stayed away from cryptocurrencies up to this point. But during the last few weeks, I've started to look at them a little bit more, maybe if I could throw $20 in here or something and see what happens. So that's what I've been doing. I've been investing a little bit in cryptocurrency, just a little bit. And I'll tell you why. The reason why, and I'm not getting into a long discussion about cryptocurrencies, and I'm not trying to tell you to do this by any means. This is not anything really endorsing cryptocurrencies. But I'm driving to a point that I'll get here to in a minute. But with the cryptocurrencies, I want to invest in a lot of things. I'm getting pretty close to retirement, and I'm trying to invest in a lot of different things. So I'll see if I've got something left by the time I retire. I don't know. The way things are going these days in the world, I just don't know. But I'm trying to put a little bit here, put a little bit there. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's the rule, right? So I've been looking at cryptocurrencies lately. And I've resisted for a long time. But now I've started to look at it a little bit more and say, well, I'll look at it this way. And this was the conversation I had with my boss, Danny, by Two Air Radios. I was saying, I could go to Las Vegas Because, they say cryptocurrencies are a real big risk. Well, there are a lot of, life is a risk. Everything in life is a risk. Going out my front door in the morning is a risk. Anything, taking a shower is the risk. You can only slip in the shower, and break something. You just, everything's a risk, right? Different degrees, but they're all risks. So I was thinking about this way. I've been to Vegas. Who hasn't been to Vegas? Okay, some people haven't been to Vegas, but I've been to Vegas, all right? I know a lot of people have been to Vegas. And I know a lot of people have been to Vegas and lost a lot of money. I went to Vegas and I did not lose a lot of money. I did lose money, but I didn't lose a lot. Now, of course, it depends on what do you mean by a lot, Rick? Well, what I mean by a lot, because that's kind of that means different things to different people, okay? Losing $10,000 to some people is not a lot. Losing $10,000 to other people is astronomical. Now, I did not lose $10,000, okay? I may be, I'm not that much of a gambler, okay? I'm not really into gambling per se, but I thought, since we're going to Vegas for the evening, let's have a little fun. And so I did. I had my fun money. It was what I called my, if I had like $50 and I said, this is my entertainment money, because I'm going to Las Vegas not to gamble, but just to be entertained for a little while, just for entertainment purposes. So I set aside $50 and I said, okay, this is my limit. For entertainment, because you can easily, for a family of four, you can easily spend $50 to $100 going to the movies. You can spend on a dinner for two easily $50, right? I mean, it's not hard to do, especially these days. So I thought, well, okay, I can deal with $50, and I set it aside because I said this is entertainment money. That means that no matter what happens, I'm going to put that money in, and I'm going to be entertained. Maybe if I'll probably lose it. It's just like buying movie tickets. I don't get anything for it except maybe a movie, and sometimes I get a really bad one, and then I've lost 50. The family's lost $50 on a bad movie for the night. And I say $50 because we're talking about taking the whole family, okay, not just me. But I could go to a restaurant and buy a nice dinner for $50, and it could be a lousy dinner. Now, granted, it's a little bit different in the restaurants, because a lot of restaurants, not all of them, but a lot of them will say, "Oh, if you don't like your dinner, we'll take it off your tab," which is very cool. But in a lot of other cases, you can go spend $50, 30, 40, $50 doing something else, tickets to a concert. Let's say that. And if you go there and you don't like the concert, then you're out $50, right? Okay, that was the way I looked at it when I went to Vegas. I said, well, if I'm going to take $50, and if I lose all $50, it's just entertainment. It was just a night to blow the money, and just I was entertained, and that I'll put it to the entertainment category, and it's done. $50 I'll never see again, but no problem, because I had some fun. So that's how I took it. I wasn't looking at gambling. Now, on the other hand, if I made some money off that $50, if I brought back $100 or $1,000 or $10,000 or more, then I'm that much farther ahead. But I wasn't going there with that in mind. I was going there in mind to just be entertained. So it didn't bother me to lose. Well, okay, it always bothers me to lose $50. Okay, let's say my wife, she's over there laughing like, "Ha, you lose $5 and you're livid." Yeah, well, that's true. Depends on what it is. Depends on where I lost it. I can tell you stories. I'm not going there now, but yeah, I've lost a lot of money before. I lost $60 once in a farm. Of all places, I lost $60 at a farm, at an Amish farm. Yes, true story. I lost $60 at an Amish farm. It wasn't the fault of the Amish. Okay, it was my own fault. And I wasn't gambling either. It's another story for another time. Somebody remind me about it next week. Next time. Maybe I'll tell it next time. Funny story. It wasn't funny at the time. Yeah, Gene knows what I'm talking about. So, all too well. Anyway, so I lost $60 at a farm, an Amish farm once. Where was I going with this? Oh yes, okay. So, okay, gambling. All right, and losing money. All right. So, I was talking about cryptocurrencies. Okay, then see how my mind goes when I go off this wild tangent of this. Yeah, that's how my mind works sometimes, especially after wine that's 13.5% alcohol by volume. This is not 13.5% alcohol by volume. This has got to be, it's more than that, I'm sure. Okay, so anyway, back to the story. All right, so cryptocurrencies. I was thinking along those lines. When I thought about investing in cryptocurrency, I said, I'd like to experiment with this. I'm not experimenting with $50, although since then I kind of have, so, or maybe a little bit more. But that's not the point. The point is that I said, okay, well, I was going to take $20 and invest in a little cryptocurrency, and just for fun, just to see what happens, just for fun. So I did. I put some money in the, $20 or so in the cryptocurrency. And I'm watching it go up and down and up and down and up and down, the value of this cryptocurrency. So I'm thinking to myself, I said, hey, last week, this is the point that I was trying to get to. Last week I said, hey, this cryptocurrency could be interesting. But I thought to myself, well, some of the podcasters are starting to talk about using cryptocurrency as a way for their listeners and viewers, in the case of their live streams, to donate, to make donations. And I thought, things that make you go, And it did. It made me go, So what I did was I thought, well, I just threw this out at you last week, and I said, well, what if, because I have a buy me a coffee, you can, if you want to donate to the show, you can buy me a coffee. Go to the drinkwithrick.com or Twitch and go and buy me a coffee, or 2 or 3 or 5 or 20 or 100 or whatever. Yeah, that's okay. You don't have to give me any money. It's cool. It's all cool. But if you want to, you can, because some people, they said, how can I donate to the cause? And I'm like, well, you can buy me coffee, which is cool. It's fine. And there are people who have done that and who do that. That's fine. And that's great, and it's much appreciated. Not much appreciated. I'll tell you what I'll do with that money. I use that money to buy the prizes that I give away, the things that I give away on this show. So it comes right back to you. Now, some of it might go to expenses of the show if I get enough for that, but so far all the expenses are mine because it does cost something to... I'm not making any money off this thing. Trust me, I am not. Anyway, so I was thinking, well, what if offered cryptocurrency as a way to donate? And that's what I proposed last week on the show. So on the show last week, I asked you, I said, what if I offered cryptocurrency as a way to donate to the show? And and I'm still asking you that because I want to know your opinion. If it's a terrible idea, if it's just a stupid idea, let me know. On the other hand, if you like that idea, let me know, and I'll see if I can set something up. But I'd like to know what you think about this, and I still want to know. So anyway, that was my thing about cryptocurrency, and that was a long story, way too long. But that was the story. So anyway, got quiet on Facebook. And Beast on Gaming's in the chat. Beast on Gaming, it's great to see you. I'll gotta give you a toast. It's been a while. Beast on Gaming says, hey, Rick, and hey, right back at you on Beast on Gaming on Twitch. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Mr. Beast on Gaming, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. You know, I was going to toast some national days. We should do that. I skipped that. I did. I skipped the national days. Let's toast a few national days before I get to the next thing, because the next thing is probably a little more serious than that and affects how you may be watching Drink with Rick in the future if you're watching on YouTube. But we'll get to that in just a moment. In fact, let me just go ahead and do the national days. Let's all toast some national days. Keep it light, folks. We'll toast the national days. May 22nd, which is today, for another hour. Well, it's actually for another 55 minutes. It is International Being You Day. International Being You Day. Just being you. I don't know. I didn't make this day. I didn't. But it's there, and we're going to toast it. And you know what? I just like you for being you. And I'm glad you're you, and I'm glad I'm me, and I'm glad I'm not you, and I'm pretty darn sure you're very glad you're not me. So here's to International Being You Day. I'll drink to that. Okay. Now, oh boy, I've got to drink to this next one. All right, I don't have a brew, but if you do, you will want to raise your glass or your mug or your bottle or your can, whatever you're drinking it out of, or your keg if you can do that. I don't know if you can do that. This is National Craft Distillery Day. Yes, that's right. Craft Distillery has their own day, has its own day. National Craft Distillery Day. I love craft beers. I know a lot of people who do, and if you don't like beer, that's okay. But if you do like beer, if you love beer, it's National Craft Distillery Day. Here's to National Craft Distillery Day. I'll drink to that. Okay. National Craft Distillery Day. It's also World Paloma Day. I got to run through these. World Paloma Day. It's National Maritime Day. It's also National Solitaire Day. Okay, hold on a second. National Solitaire Day. You know when the last time I played solitaire was? This is embarrassing. The last time I played solitaire was today. And I played it of all platforms, I played it on a Roku. Yes, I had the Roku up and I was trying to doze off to go to sleep, put the Roku on, and I had a solitaire game on the Roku. And if you don't know what the Roku is, I'm not going to explain it right now. But I had it connected to the TV, and I played solitaire on the Roku to help me fall asleep. Yes, that was the last time I played solitaire. Now, the time before I played solitaire was a few days earlier. This is awful. A few days earlier, my wife just got a new laptop, and I was testing some things out on it. And one of the things I tested were the games. And of course, the obvious go-to game to test on a new Windows 10 computer would be solitaire, right? Not the solitaire, and it said classic solitaire, the classic solitaire that you are used to. It's not the classic solitaire that I was used to, because I was playing solitaire on Windows PCs back when it was Windows 3.11 for work groups. That dates me. But it was still pretty good solitaire. They've done a lot with the bells and whistles. They've added a lot of bells and whistles. It was kind of fun. Okay, here's the National Solitaire Day. I'll drink to that. It's a dumb game, but it's addictive and it's fun. And I like to play it. So there you go. Who didn't play solitaire? I remember going to offices and there were people that, the receptionist was always playing I'd go up to the receptionist window or something and ask her something. She'd be kind of slightly distracted, and you'd think that, she's distracted with whatever work she's doing. Go around. I was in IT, so I had access. I would go around, she'd say, well, my computer's having trouble. And I'd say, oh, what's the trouble? Oh, let's see, I can't do this, and I can't do that. So I'd go around and find out she was playing solitaire on the computer. My solitaires aren't working right. So you are paying me by the hour. You called me up and you're paying me by the hour to fix your computer because the solitaire game is not working right. I gotta love the 90s and the early 2000s. Those were some good times. Anyway, so National Solitaire Day, National Buy a Musical Instrument Day. I played the drums, I've played the piano, and the keyboard. I've played a few musical instruments. Most recently the keyboard again. I played the harmonica. I played the kazoo. I've played the recorder. And I'll have to say that I'm not good at any of them. Okay, I'm terrible at all of them. Here's the National Buy a Musical Instrument Day. You buy a musical instrument and then you put it in the case. You try it a couple times, put it in the case, and you never look at it again. And it stays up in the closet or in the attic. And one day you take it down and say, I paid $200 for this trumpet, and I blew on it 2 or 3 times, took a couple of classes, and then never saw it again. And here it is 10 years later, and it's there it is. Okay, so National Buy a Musical Instrument Day. National Vanilla Pudding Day, I'll drink to that. Personally, I love butterscotch pudding. I do, because I'm that old and because I can. National Butterscotch Pudding Day. Let's switch. There we go. National Vanilla Pudding Day. I like vanilla pudding. I like butterscotch better. I like a few other kinds of banana pudding. I love banana pudding. Oh, I love banana pudding. Good. But vanilla pudding's okay too. May 23rd. We got 2 days on May 23rd. It's National Lucky Penny Day. Everybody got your lucky penny? National Lucky Penny Day. And it's National Taffy Day. Sticks in my teeth, but it's still fun. Here you go. I drank to that. Okay, that does it for the national days. Okay, I think we're done for the national days. Let's see what we've got going on here in the chat. Once again, this is what we're drinking. La Posta Pizzella. It's a Malbec. It's a 2019 Malbec. It's a very good wine. I'm liking this. I'm going to give you my final review at the end of the show, but before the show ends, we've got a few other things to talk about. And I'm hoping we can talk about some things that you want to talk about, not just stuff I want to talk about, because the stuff that I want to talk about is probably not half as interesting as the stuff you want to talk about. So there you go. And Zimbabwe Gaming is in the chat. It's good to see you in the chat. It says, my man Rick, right back at you. Zimbabwe Gaming, good to see you here. Stick around. Now, for those of you on Twitch, I don't know how much this will interest you, but it does relate to Twitch a little bit. This is what I want to talk about tonight. Jepstone. Oh, wow! On YouTube, YouTube. This might interest you definitely. Jepstone's 32X. Jepstone's is it Jepstone's 32X? And he says, "Good to see you here." And then he retracted the message, but it's cool. Jepstone's. Good to see you here. Please stick around. I'm glad you're here. This is something that might interest you because it's YouTube related, actually. But I'm glad you're here. Please stick around. So, Jebston says, cool stream, and right back at you. Here's the Jebstons. 32X. Cool stream. Thank you very much. And I'm glad you're here once again. All right, so here is what I wanted to talk about regarding YouTube. I think everybody would want to hear this, even if you don't watch me on YouTube regularly. I know a lot of folks are watching me on Facebook and Twitch and Twitter, but there are people who watch me on YouTube. This is, and I know that everybody watches YouTube videos, right? Even if it's not mine, it's something as some cat videos or dog videos or whatever. Everybody's watching videos on YouTube, right? The numbers speak for themselves. You go to YouTube, the numbers speak for themselves. People watch YouTube. Okay, when YouTube first started, their platform, they made it pretty much open for people to monetize. If you were even the least, somebody who put up some silly cat videos and they only got 4 or 5 views, or put up a view of gardening or something that you were doing, and some interest that you had that only a few people were interested, not very many people, but a few people, you get like 20, 30 views, or me, like my son and I, when we did the Free Stuff Show, we put up some videos on YouTube for the Free Stuff Show. And you can watch those, actually, by the way, freestuffshow.com, or watch on our YouTube channel, the Free Stuff Show. Did some reviews, product reviews. So we would put these up, we'd get some views, but not a lot. I mean, we'd get a fair number, and some more than others, and not as many as other YouTubers that would get like 2 million videos for putting up their cat video or their dog video, or the turtle kid. I like turtles, that kind of thing. Yeah, things that have become memes over the years. But YouTube would, in the very beginning, towards the beginning, they were very pro creator, pro YouTube creator, and they would, you could, even with just a few, just a small number of viewers, you could actually make a few pennies on it. You can make some money on your YouTube video if you monetized it. And that was cool. That's how YouTube started. Now, over the years, YouTube built up their content library, I should say. They became the most popular streaming video platform around. Look, YouTube today is the number 2. Google is number 1, number 1 search engine in the world. Google is number 2 as a search engine. So if you put your video up on YouTube, people are going to find it for the most part. And you have to try really hard SEO-wise for them not to find it on YouTube. Okay? It's just because it is the number 2 search engine in the world. Well, here's the thing, that of course YouTube was independently owned in the beginning, and then Google bought it. Google purchased YouTube some years back, and now YouTube is owned by Google. Alphabet is the parent company of Google and YouTube. So over the years, YouTube has taken a stance that you can monetize your video as a small creator. We support the creators. They swear up and down that they support all the creators, right? Yeah, they do. Because it was the creators, the first videos put up there, the creators being the people who make the videos and put them on YouTube. That's how YouTube became what it is today. YouTube, very popular. It's the content. YouTube putting up a website, YouTube website by itself, if you didn't have the videos there, the YouTube website would be pretty empty, and there would be no revenue coming into Google or YouTube. It had no value to anyone. It is the content. It's the content by the creators that create that value, because that's what people go to see on YouTube, is the content. Now, it sounds like I'm running in circles. I'm not. I'm going somewhere with this. Okay, so over the years, YouTube has taken, as the platform has become bigger and bigger and more popular, Google has become a little bit more controlling with that content, with the content and the creators. And because it used to be pretty open, but they've become increasingly more controlling over this. And as you know, a few years back, they put their bots in place to hunt around for copyright violators and things like that. I have different issues with that, but that's another discussion for another time. So this is what they've been doing. Is at some point what they did was they said, you know what, we're going to set this up so that only the top performers, the top creators with content are going to be able to monetize and make money on their content. I mean, before this, everybody could do it, pretty much. But it came to a point in time a few years back when Google decided that, okay, only our top creators are going to be able to profit from this. Everybody else can't do it. So if you had, and to get there, there was a low barrier to entry at the very beginning. Anybody could become a YouTube creator, but and monetize your content. But at a certain point in time, YouTube said, okay, we're going to set a threshold. You have to have 5,000 subscribers, a minimum of 5,000 subscribers to be able to monetize your content. If you're below that, you can't monetize your content. You have to be above that to do that. Okay, well, that was pretty restrictive, and that automatically left out a lot of people that didn't have that. But the top performers, they were automatically in. And they made a lot of money. Some of these people made $1 million or more on this content, on monetizing it. I mean, there was a lot of money in this. So now let's fast forward to today. Okay, that's where we are. You have to have 5,000 subscribers to become a YouTube partner now. Fast forward to now. I just received, and most everybody has just that are smaller creators, just received an email from YouTube changing their terms of service again, as they often do. Now, keep in mind, this is a platform that constantly reminds everyone that they are creator-centric. This is a platform that says that they are for the creator. They are pro-creator. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, that was a joke. But, pro-creator. Yeah. Anyway, so they say that they are pro doing this. They are for the creator. They stand behind the creator 100%, right? That is absolutely false. Because this is the email that they sent out this past week, the email that I received, and that's going to completely change the game, not just for me per se, but for you watching videos on YouTube. Now, as you may have noticed over the last, I'd say 9 months or so, since the pandemic started, you probably noticed more and more ads on YouTube videos. Now, you could go up to YouTube and watch your favorite cat video, and before that, you could just watch the video. It's just a cat video, nothing else. Then after a while, during the last year or so, you started seeing some ads pop up. Even though the creator was not a partner of YouTube, you started seeing some ads pop up. The ads were nothing new, okay? You'd see what's called a pre-roll. We call them the business, and we'll call them the TV business, a pre-roll, which means that it runs before the video starts. Then YouTube, over time, started doing mid-roll ads. Now, mid-roll ad, pre-roll, once again, is an ad that runs at the very beginning of the video. A mid-roll ad is one that runs in the middle of the video, and you start seeing maybe one pop up. And this, and over time, during the last year or so, you've been seeing more and more of them. Don't deny it, because if you've been on YouTube, you would watch periodically, you would see that these ads the video would just stop in the middle, and the YouTube would interject an ad. This is all YouTube doing this, okay? The creators are not doing this. This is YouTube doing this. And a lot of people were livid with the creators at first because they were saying, well, you're sticking all these ads in the middle of your video. I don't want to watch this. It's not the creators doing this, it's YouTube. Now, a lot of these creators were partners, and once they're in the partner program, YouTube could do these mid-roll and pre-roll ads, and definitely the partner could profit from it. They'd make money from this. They'd get a little bit of money from the ads on their videos. That's all changed. Starting June 1st, this was the email that YouTube sent out. and YouTube's been kind of sneaking this in over the last few months. So they've been experimenting with this over the last few months. But starting June 1st, they've told all the creators, starting June 1st, that they're going to start putting pre-roll ads in front of their videos, all their videos, whether they are partners or not. Now, if you're in the partner program, you'll make some money off of it. If you are not in the partner program, you will not. So it means that all the little creators, in other words, what's happening here is that YouTube is going to start putting ads in all the videos, all of them. And it doesn't matter if you're in the partner program or not in the partner program. You're just a little creator that's just put up his first video of the kids playing in the backyard or something, or the son mowing the lawn for the first time, or something completely mundane that people throwing frisbees around or whatever. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. YouTube is going to throw a pre-roll ad in the front of that video. So if you want to see that video, you have to sit through a pre-roll ad before the video even starts. Now, the video could be 30 seconds long. The video could be 25 seconds long, and you're going to be sitting through a 30-second to 1-minute pre-roll ad. Okay, this is where my rant comes in. The thing is, they've told them that they have the right to do this. It's their platform. They have the right to do this because you're putting your content on their platform. They can do it, and if you're not a partner, you will not get anything for this. No compensation. They have the right to put their ads in front of your video. Now, this is why I'm bringing this up, because I know people are going to come to me and they're going to say, hey, Rick, I started watching Drink with Rick, and I've got all these ads to go through first before I can watch Drink with Rick. You must be making buku bucks on this, buddy. Can you please scale it back a little bit? Well, I'm here to tell you right off the bat, I can't. Not because I don't want to. I'd love to be able to monetize it if I could. That'd be great. Take some of the costs off of this. But not because I don't want to, because I can't. I simply can't. It's not me doing it. Don't yell at me. It's not me doing it. Go yell at YouTube, because that's all them. It's what YouTube is doing. So Streamer is in the chat. Streamer says, hey, can we get back to the wine? Yes, we can, actually. I'm glad you're here, by the way. The reason I'm doing this rant here is because, and there's a reason for it, is because I know that people are going to be watching Drink with Rick on the YouTube streams and also after the fact. And I know for a fact if I don't do this, I'm going to get a lot of pushback from people that are going to bail like 2 minutes in because they're getting ads. They're getting ads. And they're going to be saying, Rick's putting all these ads in his videos. I can't watch these things anymore. It's not me. It's all YouTube. Okay? And I'm not making a dime from this. I have absolutely no control over it, and I'm not making any money at it. Now, this kind of burns me up a little bit because it's my content. I have the right to my content. I have the rights to monetize my content if I see fit, but apparently YouTube disagrees with that. YouTube says, it's your content. Thanks for making us some content. This is their attitude towards this. This is their take. Thanks for making us this content. We're going to make money off your content. You're not. Continue to make us content. But we're 100% behind the YouTubers. Yeah, I don't think so. So this is what I'm doing, folks. This is what I'm doing. For those of you who watch me on YouTube, this is what I'm doing. I'm hunting around. I know this is a tough call, but I'm hunting around for other platforms to stream to. Because at some point, I'm going to get pretty fed up with YouTube. And I think a lot of my viewers are going to get pretty fed up with watching me on YouTube. So this is why I'm saying this. And I understand, Streamware, I understand what you're saying and getting back to the wine, but this is very, very important. And I want to give everybody a heads up and let you know this is not my doing. This is YouTube's doing. I don't agree with it. I disagree with it. But it is. That's where things are. And I'm going to look for some other platforms to go to. And the problem with looking for other platforms to go to, this is kind of a double-edged sword because there are some other platforms out there. However, some of them are, I guess some of them consider them politically charged. And I don't want to go there because we don't talk about politics. We don't talk about religion on the show. And that's not my reason. If I do choose a platform that, if I do wind up on a platform that is like that, it's not because I agree with any politics or disagree with any politics on that platform. It's just because I'm trying to find a place for my viewers to go to, just a place that they can go to where they can watch my videos without being hit by all the constant ads. Now, do I want to monetize this? Sure, I do. I've been trying to, but not at the expense of my viewers, not to the expense of my listeners. Only if it's going to help me bring more quality to the show. But other than that, I don't want. That's not my aim. That's not my aim. Streamer says don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't do which. Don't do going to the other sites. I wanted to expand and go to as many platforms as possible, just to be on all the platforms, so I can reach as many people as possible. But yeah, I have to be careful of what I'm doing. So and I have to think about I have to put my viewers, I have to put my listeners first. I have to put you first. So that's why I want to share that with you, because once again, you are a part of the show. So I wanted to share this with you. I know I went kind of long on that, but I really, really wanted to share that with you because I want to know what you think of it. I want to know what your take on this is, and I wouldn't mind a little feedback from you on it, good, bad, indifferent, whatever. I want to know what you think. So send me your thoughts. Send it to rick@savoymedia.com, rick@savoymedia.com. Let me know what you think about all this, and also about the cryptocurrency idea too. Let me know what you think about that. Now, I do have 2 more things I want to talk about. I did promise you that I was going to show you or tell you how to win a free bottle of wine. Let's get back to something more fun, right? More fun. How to win a free bottle of wine. My friend Frank is doing this. He's been doing this for the last few months. He has a website called howtopickawine.com. Howtopickawine.com is the website. The last few months, he's been giving away a free bottle of wine. And this is how you can win one. You can win, and he's doing one for the month of May. He did one for January, February, March, and pretty much April, every month this year so far. He's doing one again for May. You can win a free bottle of wine. This is the May 2021 giveaway. And here's how you do it. You have 4 ways to do it, 4 chances. So if you do all 4 of these, you get 4 entries. So there you go. So this is how to do it. And I'm reading this directly from his website at howtopickawine.com. Win a free bottle of wine, May 2021 giveaway. First way is to join my groups, How to Pick a Wine and Italian Wines, Food, Travel, and Culture. He's talking about his Facebook group. He has 2 Facebook groups. One is called How to Pick a Wine. The other one is Italian Wines, Food, Travel, and Culture. Join the groups. That's how you get an entry. Follow him on Instagram. His Instagram is at How to Pick a Wine. How to Pick a Wine. That's the second way you can get entry. So that's entry number 2. Entry number 3, third way you can do it is to scroll down to subscribe to my blog via email. Go to this website, go to his Facebook page, subscribe to my blog, to his blog, not mine. You can subscribe to mine too, but subscribe to his. You subscribe to mine, it's not going to win you a free bottle of wine. Subscribe to his blog via email at howtopickawine.com. That's the third way. The fourth way is to hit like on his post, on the post that he posts about this giveaway. Hit like on the post. That's the fourth way to get an entry. So you do all 4 ways, you get 4 entries, and he puts you in the pot. Now, here's the thing. If you have already done this to try to win his previous contests, his previous giveaways, and you didn't want a giveaway, if you're already doing all that, he says to send him a private message and your name, and he will enter you. Now, you can send a private message through his Facebook page at How to Drink a Wine, or Italian Wines, Food, Travel, and Culture, or you can do it on his website at howtopicklewine.com. Do that and let him know that you've already done those things, and he'll put your name in the pot to draw. He'll enter you. I don't know if it's an actual pot. I don't know. It's just expression. He'll put your name in, okay? And he will enter you in the drawing to win that free bottle of wine. Now, he didn't say in particular what wine he gave away, but he's given away some really nice wines in the past. This is a way to win a free bottle of wine. So I would say if you want that, go for it. Definitely give it a try. So that's what I have. That's how to win a free bottle of wine. Let me check the chat one more time. And on Facebook, let's see what we've got on YouTube. And on Facebook, kind of quiet at the moment. I think everybody left. I've got one more thing to talk about, and this is an obvious one. All right, so I was on I was online. I was checking weather reports, and I discovered that they're making predictions on the hurricane season this year. They're going to have, now last year was, from what I understand, last year they had like 30 named storms, and that is historic, or maybe a little more than that, but it was historic because it was the most named storms ever in recorded history. When I say recorded history, I don't mean like recorded history going way back to biblical days. I'm talking about recorded history as far as when they started recording the weather, taking notes on the weather. So they're saying this is last year was the most storms they had. It was just 2020 was just a bad year all around. I mean, we had COVID, we had all these storms, we had all kinds of nasty stuff going on. It was not fun. So what they're saying is that 2021 is going to be a year for an above average year for storms. Maybe not the worst, but it's going to be above average for the number of named storms. This is the number of named storms, not the ones that form and then drizzle out, but the number of named storms. Well, here's the thing. National hurricane season officially starts June 1st this year, June 1st, every year. The thing is, it's May 22nd today, and they've already, on May 20th or 21st, they already had the first named storm. This was Anna. It was a subtropical storm named Anna. Now, they're expecting this thing, it's near the, I think it was near the Bahamas or somewhere, but anyway, they're expecting this one to fizzle out, but it's a warning sign. It's a warning sign to get ready because you don't know what's going to happen. Now, they're expecting it to fizzle out, but who knows what it's going to do. The fact is that you want to be prepared. You want to be prepared. Go to ready.gov, ready.gov, the government website, ready.gov. Get an emergency preparedness kit together and get ready. Get ready just in case there are any storms or anything else. Not just hurricanes, but tornadoes, which could pop up anytime, earthquakes, tsunamis, whatever. Just be ready. Just get ready and go to ready.gov and be ready. Now, one way you can be ready, the third item on the list, you can go to ready.gov, get an emergency, a list of emergency items that you need to put together your own emergency preparedness kit, which I highly recommend you do. We have one. We have one that we have together, ready to go, kind of like a go bag with emergency items in there just in case. Have something ready. You can go to buy2wayradios.com. Get a weather radio. Get a weather radio. Weather radios, they got weather radios, GMRS, FRS radios, CB radios, business radios, MERS radios, airband and marine radios, all kinds of radios they have there. Now, if you use the promo code WINESHOW, that's WINESHOW, if you use the promo code WINESHOW at checkout, you can save 5% off your order. Save 5% off your order, off anything. The radios, the accessories, everything, save 5% off your order. Now, for full disclosure, I am the product manager for buy2wayradios.com. I don't make any extra money for doing this, okay? I'm not doing this to pitch radios, per se. I'm doing this because my boss gave me a promo code, and he said, hey, give your viewers and listeners a promo code so they can save 5%. It's not making me any extra money. They don't give me a check for, they pay me for work in there, but they don't give me an extra check for doing the show, okay? I get nothing for that. So this is for you as a viewer and a listener of Drink with Rick on the Saturday Night Wine Stream. You can use this, and please use it, because whatever you do, I want you to get a weather radio, and I want you to put together an emergency kit. Whether you buy the radio from Buy Two-Way Radios or not, just put together an emergency kit and be ready. That's all I'm saying. Just be ready. Okay, so this is all I got for tonight. This is what we're drinking once again. We've been drinking the La Posta Pizzella. This is a Malbec, the 100% Malbec from Argentina. Argentina wine. I love Argentina wines. It's been a good Argentina wine. It went really, really well with this burger, although I think a full burger would have really been a perfect pairing. It really well with the Bella Vitano Merlot, which is the Merlot cheese here. It had Merlot in it, so I think that really helped, but it was a good cheese. It also went well with the Cheddar and Parm. This is the unexpected Cheddar and Parm, which is unexpected the last time I tried it, but a little more expected now. I really liked it. And also, of course, the Trader Joe's Double Cream Gouda from Trader Joe's. It went really well. It's nice and creamy with all of that. I really enjoyed this pairing with this wine. I recommend this wine. The wine goes for about $17, $18. I don't remember what I paid for it, to be honest, but it was really, really, it's a nice wine. It's fairly bold. If you don't like bold wines, I don't know what to tell you, but it's a fairly bold wine, not too bold. A little bit of tannin in this wine. As it is opened up, I'm tasting fewer tannins, and it's a lot smoother now that it's opened up. A lot of black fruit in here, black cherry, a blackberry. It's kind of oaky. It is rather earthy wine. So you don't like earthy wines, not for you. But if you do like earthy wines, it's good wine. Kind of leathery, and I tasted a hint of chocolate in this wine. I thought this was pretty good. Overall, this is not a wine that you drink by itself, although you can if you want to. But it's not a wine that you drink by itself. What it is a wine that goes really, really good with these foods, like these foods that I showed you on this plate here. And I could go pretty well with some other foods. I think it'd go good with some game too, some gamier meat. I think it would go just fine with that. So that's my final review for this wine. And once again, you can pick it up at Total Wine has it, if you have Total Wine in your area. Trader Joe's has it. I said that's where I got this one. It's Trader Joe's, if you have Trader Joe's in your area. If not, you can probably find it at some local supermarkets. I don't know which ones right offhand, but it's not too hard to find. I don't think it's too hard to find. So that's my final review on the wine. I really want to close this out and thank everybody for being here tonight. Let's see, and back in the chat here. I want to thank my good friend Tim and his family watching from Hawaii. And boy, I hate to be sitting here while you're out at Hawaii. I'd really, really love to be out there with you. That would just, I'm envious of you, my friend. Very good, very good. Look, one of these days maybe I'll get to Hawaii, but I tell you what, the pictures you've been sending back are just absolutely gorgeous, and I know you're having a great time. Continue to have a great time, and just stay safe, be safe, come back safely, and just enjoy yourselves. Just kick back. I know you've earned it. And just enjoy yourselves. Very cool. So I want to thank my good friend Tim and his family for watching from Hawaii. I want to thank my good friend Ron Gordon for being here tonight for a few more minutes. My lovely wife Chi as well, and I want to thank her for making this fine platter that she made me. And everybody watching on YouTube, and I know there are people watching on YouTube, but Jeb Stunts 32X, thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate you being here with me tonight. and everyone who joined in on Twitch. Beast on Gaming, it was great to see you here. It's been a while, but thank you for being here tonight. Zimbabwe Gaming, thank you for being here tonight as well. And Streamer, thank you for being here. Streamer says, buy all the radios. Buy all the radios. Well, I have a lot of them. I have one right here, as a matter of fact. This is an emergency weather radio. It's an ER. This is a Midland radio, by the way. It's a Midland ER 310, the old version. I understand there's a new version out, but I have those. I have a bunch of radios. I have sitting across the studio from me. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, 10 radios, different handheld radios. I've got currently three mobile slash they're mobile slash base station radios there. 3 of them. I think there's going to be a 4th one coming soon. I got a lot of radios right here in the studio with me. Plenty of radios. That's what I do. It's one of the things I do. Anyway, thank you all for being here with me tonight. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I want to just let everybody know before I close here that there will not be a show next week. Next week, which is Memorial Day weekend, and oftentimes I've done a Memorial Day weekend show. Well, not this year. It's been the last couple of weeks. I've been really, really busy at work. I need a little bit of a rest. I need a little bit of a break. The family needs a little bit of a break. We just need just a little downtime. So there will be, and I've been doing this consistently pretty much since the season started. So I just need a weekend off so I can decompress a little and just relax and not think or do anything. So I'm just going to be sitting back, relaxing. Maybe do a couple of upgrades. I need to finish doing some upgrades to the studio that I need to do. So there will not be a show next week, which is the Memorial Day weekend. So I just want to let everybody know ahead of time. We will be here the week after that in June. We'll be here the first weekend in June. So just to let everyone know, heads up. Anyway, I want to thank you all for being here with me tonight. I do appreciate it. Please do not drink and drive. And especially this upcoming Memorial Day weekend, please do not drink and drive. By the way, that's why I did the birthdays earlier for the upcoming week, is because I'm not doing a show next weekend. So I want to get those birthdays out of the way, just to let you know. Please do not drink and drive. Drink in the comfort of your home, your apartment, your hotel room, wherever you are. Call an Uber, call a Lyft, call a cab, call a friend, or just stay put. Please do not drink and drive. It's very dangerous. Do not text and drive either. I've seen that, and it's not pretty. Please do not text and drive. Extremely dangerous. Because I want you to have a great week, and I want you to have a great Memorial Day weekend this next week, Memorial Day weekend. I want you to have a great Memorial Day weekend, but most of all, I want you to have a safe week and a safe Memorial Day weekend. So you can join me here next time on the Saturday Night Wine Stream, and we can all get together and drink with Rick. Good night.